Welcome back to Beadesign, where beads meet bold ideas, and today we're talking about contrast. Not the polished finished kind, but contrast as a design tool, as a way of telling your eye where to look. I'm going to show you 4 ways contrast shows up in beadwork, and we'll work through each one in your printable guide. If you haven't grabbed that yet, it's linked below and it's free, so make sure you grab it and work alongside this video with me. The first type of contrast is value, light versus dark. It's the one that most people think of when they hear the word contrast. Here I have dark, light, and a soft grey. And when you actually compare those beads next to each other, your eye is wired to find the difference. When you place a light bead next to a dark one, your brain immediately registers them as separate and distinct. It's the foundation of any readable design. In your guide, there's a value swatch exercise. Try placing white next to black, and then low contrast, white next to grey. See what happens to the clarity and notice what disappears. Here's what I always come back to. Contrast doesn't just make things look interesting, it makes them readable. If you think about white space in a document, it's everything in your design is the same value, the same lightness or darkness. The motif disappears into itself and you can't see where it starts and where it ends. Contrast creates hierarchy. It says look here first, then here, then here. It's intentional design, not a happy accident. The second type of contrast is finish, and this one is underused. Let's have a look at what I've got in the finished area on my bead mat. Matte beads, they feel quiet and grounded. Metallic beads feel bold and they catch the light and hold it. And glossy beads feel bright and a little dressed up. Transparent beads feel airy, they let the background show through. When you pair opposite finishes, something interesting happens. The motif comes alive in a way that a single finish can't achieve on its own. You can match the metallic with matte, transparent with matte, or matte with glossy. Each one of these creates a different look. Metallic with transparent. Think about your matches of finishes to create that contrast. Your printable guide has a finish grid. Work through it, even if it feels simple. The point is to make it visible. Use your value swatches for light, medium and dark, your finish grid for matte, metallic, glossy and transparent, and then of course a texture test. And let's have a look at what texture looks like in our Contrast is Queen printable guide. Another aspect of our value, finish and texture component is our texture text, and how does texture actually change the mood? Have a look at some of the beads I have here. We've got texture where there's an etched element or a shiny element. Same colours, very similar shape and size, but the texture is different on each of these. Over here, again, we've got a smooth texture, a raised texture, and then an embossed texture with a different colour. Same sort of shape and colour and type of bead, but the texture changes the mood completely. Here we have the same sort of size around this or oval or rectangle shape. A little bit of gold finish on this one, smooth finish here and a raised texture here. And in the metallic area, again an embossed flower piece, a raised dome silver and then an etched silver. Each of these beads is a similar component size and could be swapped in and out in a design, but the texture actually changes the look completely. Scale is another type of contrast. Tiny beads next to large ones create instant visual tension in the best possible way. Texture, as we've just talked about, is contrast. Smooth versus rough, faceted feels completely different in the hand and to the eye. Scale is another one that really shows ways to develop a contrast eye. Same bead in all different sizes. We have the little tiny 2 mils, some 4 mils, well there's a 5 that's popped in there, some little 6 mils, some 8 mils. And all of these beads exactly the same shows the difference of how scale can provide a different contrast. So what I'd love you to do in your printable guide is to pick 2 types of contrast, any 2, and build something with just those. You might be surprised at how quickly it becomes interesting. Tiny, large and combined. What is your contrast? Think about where your eye first lands and creates that focal point. Your printable guide has lots of tips in how to actually create contrast and scale and focal points in your beadwork. Your printable guide has a mini motif section and it's the practical part. It's where you'll actually use what we've talked about. Choose 2 types of contrast. It could be value and finish, it could be scale and texture, and build a small motif. It doesn't have to be elaborate. Let the contrast do the work. Sketch out your value contrast, finish contrast, or scale contrast on your printable guide, and then do some reflection. Which feels strongest, which surprises you, and which might you use in your next design. Contrast is one of the fastest ways to improve any beadwork. You don't need more beads or more colours or more complexity. You just need difference, an intentional difference in contrast. The printable guide is free and the link is below. Download it, print it, work through it alongside this video, and if you create something using today's prompts, please share it Beadesign Challenge. I'd love to see where your contrasts take you. See you in the next one. Bye for now.